ever have those days where you feel like you're running but not going anywhere?
Yes, like you have 10 things to do, but only enough time for one. You look at the clock and your heart starts beating a little faster.
Exactly. That feeling of pressure, of needing to move quickly. In English, we call that feeling rushed. And today, we're going to talk all about it. Welcome to English Audio Lab. My name is Trevor.
And I'm Alicia. We're so glad you're here with us. In this lesson, we'll help you understand and use common English phrases for when you're feeling rushed.
These are phrases you can use every day, at work, with friends, or at the store. We'll show you how to sound natural and confident.
And if you stay with us, later in the episode, Trevor is going to share a very simple trick to ask for more time politely without sounding rude. That's a good one to know.
It is. And if you want more lessons like this to help you speak English with confidence, make sure you subscribe to English Audio Lab. We'd love to have you join our community. So, Alicia, let me tell you about my morning yesterday. It was one of those days.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, first, my alarm didn't go off. I woke up 30 minutes late.
That's the worst start to a day.
It really is. So I jumped out of bed, tried to make coffee, but I spilled it all over the counter.
Of course you did. That always happens when you're in a hurry.
Exactly. I had a big meeting at 9 o'clock, so I had no time to clean it up properly. I just wiped it quickly, got dressed, and ran out the door. The whole time, my mind was just racing.
I can imagine. Did you make it to your meeting on time?
Not quite. I had to call my colleague Sarah from the car. The conversation went something like this. Hi, Sarah. Sorry, I'm running a little late. The traffic is terrible this morning. I'm in a real rush.
No problem, Trevor. Take your time. We can wait a few minutes to start.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm trying to get everything done at once, and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. I'll be there as soon as I can. Okay, let's break down that short dialogue. There's some really useful phrases in there.
Yes, let's. The first thing you said was, I'm running a little late. I hear that one a lot.
It's very common and very useful. Running late simply means you will arrive after the planned time. You aren't literally running, of course. It's an idiom.
So I can say, sorry, the bus is slow. I'm running about 10 minutes late.
That's a perfect way to use it. Now, the next phrase was, I'm in a real rush. Alicia, what do you think in a rush means?
It means you have to do things very quickly. You don't have enough time, so you have to hurry.
Exactly right. You can be in a rush or in a hurry. They mean the same thing. For example, I can't talk long. I'm in a rush to get to the airport.
Okay, that makes sense. You also said, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. That sounds serious.
It can be. Feeling overwhelmed is when you have too many things to do, or you're dealing with a very difficult situation. The stress feels like too much to handle.
So it's a stronger feeling than just being busy.
Yes, you can be busy but happy. But when you are overwhelmed, you often feel stressed or anxious. For example, on my first day at my new job, I felt overwhelmed by all the new information.
That's a great example. I think many of our listeners can relate to that feeling.
Now it's time to practice. We want you, our listener, to say these phrases out loud. It's the best way to build confidence. Ready, Alicia?
I'm ready.
First, we'll say it slowly. Please repeat after me. I'm running a little late.
I'm running a little late.
Good. Now at a more natural speed. I'm running a little late. Next phrase, slowly first. I'm in a rush.
I'm in a rush.
Natural speed. I'm in a rush. And the last one. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Natural speed. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed.
Great job, everyone. It really helps to say the words out loud, doesn't it, Trevor?
It's the most important step. Your mouth and your brain learn to work together.
Okay, Trevor, I have another situation for you.
I'm listening.
Imagine you're at the supermarket. You have a big cart full of groceries. The person behind you in line only has one small item. You feel like you need to hurry so they don't have to wait. You feel rushed by them.
Yes, that's a great real life example. You feel pressured to be fast.
Exactly. What can I say or do in that situation? I don't want to feel stressed.
This is a perfect time to be polite and also relax. You could turn to the person, smile, and say, "Please go ahead of me. I'm not in a hurry."
Oh, that's so nice. I'm not in a hurry. That's the opposite of I'm in a rush.
That's right. And now you don't feel rushed anymore. You can take your time. Now let's flip the situation. What if you are the person with only one item?
Ooh, good question. I feel a little shy to ask, but maybe I need to get back to work.
You can ask politely. You could say, "Excuse me, I see you have a lot there. Would you mind if I go ahead of you? I'm in a bit of a rush."
In a bit of a rush. The word bit makes it sound softer, more polite.
It does. It's a gentle way to ask. Most people will be happy to let you go first. All right. Earlier in the episode, we promised to share a simple trick to ask for more time politely. This is so useful in many situations.
Yes, I'm ready to learn this magic phrase.
It's very simple. You can ask, "Could I have just a moment?" Or, "Do you mind if I take a moment?"
Could I have just a moment? That sounds very polite and professional.
It is. It shows you respect the other person's time, but you just need a little more of your own. It stops you from feeling rushed to give an answer.
Let's ask our listeners to try this. Imagine your boss gives you a new project and asks for your ideas right now. You feel rushed. What can you say? Try to use the phrase.
What do you think, Alicia? What would you say?
I would say, "This looks interesting. Do you mind if I take a moment to read through this?"
Perfect. That's a great professional response. It gives you time to think so you can give a better answer. Now, let's cover a few more real life tips and phrases. Sometimes you feel rushed because you have too much work. A great idiom for this is, "I'm swamped."
Swamped? SWAMPED? Like a swamp with water and mud?
Yes, it feels like that sometimes. It means you are completely full with work. You have so much to do, you feel like you can't move. You could say, "I can't go to lunch today. I'm totally swamped."
I like that one. It's very expressive. I'm going to use that.
Another good one, which is a little more formal, is, "I'm pressed for time."
Pressed for time. It sounds like time is pushing on you.
It's a great way to think of it. It means you don't have enough time. You might say to a colleague, "I'd love to chat more, but I'm a bit pressed for time at the moment."
That sounds very professional. These tips are so useful. And if you find these tips useful, it's a great time to subscribe to English Audio Lab so you don't miss our next lesson.
Okay, let's do a quick review of the key phrases we learned today.
Great idea. First, we learned how to say we are late. The phrase was, "I'm running late."
And when we need to hurry, we can say,
"I'm in a rush." Or, for a more formal situation, "I'm pressed for time."
when we have too much work or feel too much stress, we can say,
"I'm feeling overwhelmed." Or the great idiom, "I'm swamped."
and finally, the polite way to ask for more time is,
"Could I have just a moment?"
excellent summary, Alicia. You've learned them all. You know, feeling rushed is a universal feeling. It happens to everyone, no matter what language they speak or where they are from.
It's so true. And now our listeners have the English words to talk about it. That's a wonderful thing. It helps us connect with others when we can share these feelings.
It is. Remember, the goal of learning English is not to be perfect. The goal is to communicate, to express yourself, and to connect with people. Every new phrase you learn helps you do that.
And please don't feel rushed with your English learning. You don't have to learn everything at once. Take your time. Be patient with yourself.
That's the best advice. You're improving every day just by listening, keep speaking, and keep practicing. You're doing a great job.
We're so happy you spent this time with us today. Please subscribe to English Audio Lab for more real life English practice. We can't wait to see you in the next episode.
You know, Alicia, that reminds me of a time I was working on a big project. The deadline was Friday at 5 p.m., and I was really cutting it close.